we are, and welcome to another episode of the Friday Night Movie Podcast. We have not missed a week in 6 years. We're not going to miss a week, even if we are probably going to be late on and off for the rest of the summer. So think of this as last Friday's episode. It's coming out on a Wednesday or Thursday, and then there will be an episode on Friday.
So we're just doing it on Lily's schedule.
Yeah, we're doing it Spanish style.
Lily is producing these episodes, and so they're just kind of coming out whenever they're ready.
Yeah, she's actually not in this episode right now, so I feel bad that. But who knows if she'll.
Feel bad at all. She's not going to listen to this. Do you think she's going to listen to it? She actually does listen to our show, though.
Yeah. So today, and we're just, it's the summer. There's lots of different things.
Is it the summer?
Well, I guess it's the fall now.
Fall.
Is it the fall now? School start. Okay, so I guess it's the fall, but no new things are coming out.
We're getting ready for the Chagim, and once you're getting ready for the Chagim, nothing is on time. Everything has to wait till after. It's like a whole thing.
Oh, yeah, especially.
For those of you who aren't aware of the amount of Jewish holidays that happen right now in the fall, it's very difficult to organize and plan anything other than the holidays.
So with that in mind, and with a new release that just came out, which we have not seen yet, but we were thinking about how Adam Sandler's You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah just came out, and it's getting amazing reviews. And so we haven't seen it yet. I think it's going to be a little while before we get to watch it. But the Jewish holidays are coming up. He's one of our excellent Jews.
Yes.
And I thought we'd maybe just talk a little bit about his oeuvre of music today, movies today.
We could talk about music too, but movies is.
Oh, his movies are very, very funny.
Yeah.
His music is very, very funny, too. Although one of the great, hilarious things in my childhood was, what I knew from him was Saturday Night Live and Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. And then I remember going to camp and kids bringing his first tape, which I think is called They're All Gonna Laugh at You. Which is like the most hard R-rated, insane comedy tape ever. And I recently found a CD of it and bought it in a used record store and started listening to it again. And it is funny, but not okay. Is the best way for me to describe
like all
that.
Of his movies these days are like very, not like, they're like pretty family friendly.
Oh yeah, the murder mystery movies I've watched with my kids 100 times.
Adorable.
So funny.
I love the universe in which he and Jennifer Aniston are a comedic duo power couple.
Well, Jennifer Aniston is a phenomenal comedic actor, right?
She is.
And them together is great.
And I like how she doesn't do a lot of stuff, but if she's going to do it, it's with Adam Sandler.
These days, yeah.
I think that's so great, It speaks so...
I would love to see, the power-up we haven't seen yet on screen in, a feature is Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Aniston, and Adam Sandler.
Oh, please, don't dangle that.
Right? Couldn't that be next?
Don't dangle that.
Couldn't that be next?
Much. That
All
would
right.
just be too much.
So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do a compare-a-thon. That's just what this episode is. We're going to talk about Adam Sandler. We're going to do a compare-a-thon. It's not going to be a super long episode.
Both answering?
We're going to, we'll do it together.
But
okay?
we have to come up with a decision together, or we're each going to have our own.
I don't have a place to take notes, so we're just going to have to figure it out together.
Well, one of the things is people know when we have games on our show, everybody has their own set of rules for it.
Okay, well, let's just see how it goes. And what we're going to do is we are going to go backwards through his movies. So I'm going to call it... Okay, so Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, we haven't seen yet. Supposedly great. Can't wait to see it. But let's just start with Murder Mystery 2 versus Hustle, the one where he plays the basketball coach.
Hustle,
yeah. Murder Mystery 2 is amazing, though, and I've seen it many, many times.
I watched it actually this week.
But Hustle, he's in Philly. It's a great movie with a lot of heart. I love it. Okay. Hustle or Hubie Halloween, which I did see.
I haven't seen Hubie, so I'm going to stick with Hustle.
I like Hustle a lot more. It's a more grounded,
I think it's almost harder
funny movie
to do it because...
Hubie Halloween is a lot like Little Nicky, which I love.
Well, that's a great fucking movie. That's really funny.
All right. Hustle versus Uncut Gems.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to go with Hustle. I can't watch...
because I could watch Hustle a few more times, but, Uncut Gems gave me like a panic attack.
Yeah,
it was so good.
It's just such a brilliant movie.
I needed like a Xanax to go to bed after seeing it. That's how good it was. So I'm gonna have to stay with Hustle.
I'm gonna stay with The Hustle. Yeah, I agree with you on that criteria. These, by the way, our criteria here, they never are whether or not a movie is good. It is just what we prefer. Okay. So now we've got Hustle versus the first murder mystery, which is also funny, but I think I prefer the second one.
What? I definitely prefer the first one. I'm going to go with the first one because I'm going now based on rewatchability.
Well, the first one does have the scene in the airplane first class, which is really, really, really funny. Also because I always imagine Jennifer Aniston just lives in the Emirates first class.
She does.
Right?
I'm pretty sure she does.
Right? Because that's got to be a better house than anyone could have.
Right.
Okay. All right. So Hustle again?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Since we're playing as a team, but my first vote would have been
the first murder mystery.
But let's go with Hustle because it's so good.
No. We could do murder mystery.
Hustle has Queen Latifah in it.
Rewatchability, though. Okay. Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation.
No, which is my favorite? No, I like Transformation.
Oh, he's not in that one.
Oh, he's not?
That's the one where they like ran out of money for the big name actors, and so they all are replaced with other people.
Wait, the one where they all become human?
Yeah.
He's not in that one?
No.
Oh, I was tricked.
They ran out of money for the.
I don't remember the vacation one.
The vacation one is the one with the cruise ship. That's my favorite one of the Hotel Transylvania.
I feel like I haven't seen that one. I've seen the second one 200 times, though.
The second one is my least favorite of. I love the first one and the third one, and the second one's good, but the third one.
I mean, now I'm excited to see.
Oh my god, the third one. The third one.
On a cruise?
They go on a cruise.
Incredible.
And Van Helsing is the bad guy.
Who comes up with these things? It's genius.
I love the third one. The third one is very, very funny. Lots of funny jokes.
Wait, are we choosing that over Hustle?
I mean, I think I'm going to just to mix it up, but also like I've seen Transylvania 3 like 20 times with the kids, and I
Transylvania 3.
All right, okay. Well, this is going to be a tough one for me to beat from here on in. The Week Of, because as of yet, The Week Of might be my favorite Adam Sandler movie. So the Week Of is amazing. The Week Of,
so underrated. How come we were the only people that saw that movie?
Underrated film. It's him and Chris Rock. It's about two families coming together around a wedding, but it defies many of the like stupid in-law family tropes. In fact, if anything, it's about these loving families trying to include each other and the weird shit that happens around a wedding weekend.
Like the well-intentioned things that people do that just misfire.
Yeah,
but they're really
and the pride and the need and desire to provide for your children and be like a. You know, I mean, I think it's truly, that's my favorite of his movies of recent, and so that's going to be a hard one to beat. People should really, really check that out. And I believe it was directed by Robert Smigel, and if people don't know who Robert Smigel is, he's one of Adam Sandler's like great comedic collaborators back from the SNL days, maybe before, I don't know. And he's also Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. That's also his character. Right. Anyways, Smigel. The Week Of is a very sweet and hilarious movie. And also, shout out to the great Rachel Dratch, who plays Adam Sandler's wife in that movie.
Goodness. Just the bits where... What's the bit where she's, like, doing laundry at 4 o'clock?
Yeah. And she's like... It's a great twist on the Jewish mother, because it has a lot of the tropes. But when you look at that character carefully, she's very, very, very cool and a great member of her family. Mm-hmm. All right, the Meyerowitz Stories. Have you seen that?
I have. I'm going to stay with The Week Of.
I'll stay with The Week Of, but that movie, Noah Baumbach, like Meyerowitz Stories, is amazing. Him and Dustin Hoffman and Ben Stiller. It's an absolutely fantastic movie. Here's one that I really...
Adam Sandler's been in so many good movies.
Yeah, here's and that's one where he's all drama on that one. That one's amazing. Now, here's one that I really liked, but it's not going to beat The Week Of. I saw him around the same time as Sandy Wexler, where he plays this...
I never saw it.
Plays a Hollywood agent. It's a very, very sweet movie. I want to say he, like, created the movie based on his own agent or something like that.
I haven't seen it.
This, like, old-timey... agent. Okay, The Do-Over, forget that. The Ridiculous Six, forget that. We're still in The Week Of.
Do-Over. What's The Do-Over?
It's him and David Spade.
Oh, yeah. No, didn't see that.
Hotel Transylvania 2, I think we can't beat the week of.
No.
Pixels, again, one of the movies that I really, really love, but
Really?
I love Pixels, and it's like
Give
a lot.
me an argument why. I mean, I haven't seen it, but
I mean, it's imagine the Adam Sandler world of type of characters. The movie
in emojis.
Well, no, not emojis. It's aliens come to Earth in the form of the 80s video games. And it's kind of like Independence Day, but very, very silly.
Okay.
And it's him and Josh Gad and Kevin James play these childhood friends that have to go up against these like aliens. And it's like totally absurd, but it's directed by Chris Columbus, who has directed so many great action comedies.
Yeah.
And I think it's just it's one of those movies where genre-wise it's one of those ones that makes sense to me, but someone's watching this being like, who's this for? And I'm like, it's for me. The Cobbler I didn't see.
Didn't see it, but that looked pretty goofy.
I didn't see Blended. I didn't see the third Drew Barrymore one. Did you see that one?
No, I feel like now it's starting to get embarrassing because I haven't seen all.
I mean, the guy's in a lot of movies. We might have to jump soon, but there's the Grown Up series.
Oh, yeah.
I love those. Still not better than the week of. So if we keep going back, we got Zohan. Still, I like the week of more.
As a film, I like the week of more, but I want us to remember the cultural significance of Zohan and when that came out, and how surprising it was, and how much we laughed and quoted it. And I remember seeing Zohan on the Upper West Side, just in a theater packed full of Jews, where we were cackling our faces off. Like, it was a very rowdy screening of, Jewish folks on the Upper West of all ages, really, really just enjoying this moment of Adam Sandler speaking directly to us. So I think the week of is a movie I enjoy, like now, years later, enjoy more, think about more, would go back to. But Zohan was very quotable and it was very funny.
That is true. Coco, Scrappy Coco.
Yeah. Fizi Bubalach.
That's true.
Do you remember this?
Josh Crew actually
around with his family and they're eating hummus and everything is dipped in the hummus and even the dad takes off his eyeglasses and dips it in the hummus.
Fair. I mean, it's a very absurd and funny movie. Okay, let's get into we're getting closer to the classic era. Mr. Deeds, which is I have a soft spot for that one. Where he has the foot that had frostbite.
Yeah.
I love that one. Okay. Now here, I saw Punch Drunk Love for my first time. But 20 years after it came out, I saw it, finally.
But performance-wise, I think that's a critical moment in his career. It's what gives us Uncut Gems, week of, all these more dramatic films, Hustle. But again, if you go back to watchability, it's a weird, that is a crazy weird movie. There's only so many times, I think.
Yeah, I felt like such a doofus not having gotten around to see it, coming out being like, hey, guys.
But I don't think you would have appreciated it in the same way 20 years ago.
That's true. I appreciated it more.
It caught you at the right moment.
That's a good point.
It really did. Mm-hmm.
All right. Little Nicky versus the week of. I love the absurdity of it. It's so crazy, but it's hard to beat. Okay, Big Daddy. I watched this when he talks about the guy who looks like the Colonel Sanders' old balls is one of the funniest things.
I haven't seen that in so long, but that was such a good movie. I hope it still holds up.
With the Sprouse kids?
Yeah.
And when he calls his kid Frankenstein. Think about your life as a parent and think about that movie. You know how many times Allie and I say, no matter what, you don't want to be the stinky kid. He's the smelly kid. That's very funny. The Waterboy, I'm not a big Waterboy guy. It's funny, but it's not one that I go out of my way to see. The Wedding Singer now.
Winner.
Yeah. Yep. Now that beats. Now we finally found that beat.
That's it. That's the one that beats it. Wedding Singer.
Oh. I still quote it all the time. They were cones. Anytime I see a traffic cone, I go, they were cones.
Yeah,
we could do a whole episode just breaking down the Wedding Singer.
And we could just do an episode of just quoting the weddings.
Yeah, we could just do, what is it? He's losing his mind and I'm reaping all the benefits. In The Wedding Singer, one of the funniest things that ever happened is there's a Goldbergs episode where the episode of the Goldbergs takes place during the final scene of The Wedding Singer on the same airplane.
Really?
Because Happy Madison produced both the Goldbergs and Wedding Singer. And Adam F. Goldberg, I don't know how he did it, but they reused scenes from The Wedding Singer.
Wait, I need to see that episode.
Yeah, the episode's a little bit of a bummer because it's when Barry and Lainey break up, but the end of The Wedding Singer, Barry and Lainey are having a conversation on an airplane while the parts from The Wedding Singer are happening.
Billy Idol is making his announcement and he's singing his song.
And so the Goldbergs takes place in the Happy Madison world. And I want to say in that same episode, John Lovitz appears as the same.
I'm gonna, when we're done, I'm gonna go watch The Wedding Singer right now.
I will.
The movie still holds up. It's so amazing. There's never been a couple that you have rooted for more than Julia Gulia
and Robbie Hart.
Well,
Wait,
I guess she's not Gulia because she doesn't.
Yeah, but no. Does anyone know what her other last name is? No, Julia Gulia. I mean, any girl you've ever met named Julia becomes Julia Gulia.
You're like, Julia.
Okay, so then you've got Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, which I think are amazing
and iconic,
but they're not better than The Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer.
Like, I think if you have The Wedding Singer as number one, and controversially, I would have The Week Of as number two. Then you have Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. Mm-hmm. That's how you go. Now, there are other great ones in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that was a little bit of Adam Sandler. What's the thing you'd want to see him in now? Oh, and then we can go really, really far back to Airheads. Do you remember Airheads with Brendan Fraser? Where he plays the drummer.
I remember it because I'm like the original Brendan Fraser fan. We just go back and do this episode again, but just talking about my love for Brendan Fraser.
So with all that being said, do you have any other thoughts? Just what do you want to see him in next?
Well, I love his dramatic roles. I will say that. I love that new era. But I think what I want to see him in next is You're Still Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, because I feel like Adam Sandler entering Jewish dad, icon mode is something I'm very excited for.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
I'm ready for this new season of Adam Sandler movies.
Right, yeah. The Week Of sort of gives you a flavor of it.
I feel like he's now really just become like the iconic Jewish dad in movies. So
that's really awesome.
What about you? Do you have a thing you want to see him in?
I mean, I love him in these grounded movies, Hustle, Week Of. Mm-hmm. But I would also like to see another absurd one, like another one that is like on another planet of weird, like weird the way Little Nicky is weird.
Okay.
Because just every once in a while, it's not like
like a little reminder.
Just a little reminder. Mm-hmm. Or it would be fun to see him in an action. I guess Murder Mystery has a lot of action. I mean, he's really done everything at this point, so there's not something like new.
Be diverse.
Even Pixels is sci-fi.
Mm-hmm. Technically.
All right, Beck. Thank you, everybody, for your patience as we've bounced around with our episodes this summer. More coming soon. See you later. Bye. Thank you for listening to Friday Night Movie, the sibling rivalry and pop culture podcast. Join the Friday Night Movie family by following @FryNightMovie on all of the socials and visiting our website, FryNightMovie.com. Our theme song is by What Does It Eat? And make sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.